Where's my phone at? Speaking of which, it has not. It it has not. No. For once, it has not been that. That just ain't been on. I've been living life. I think so. You hear the voice he's doing right now? Sounds like something off Scooby Doo or something. This is what happens when you're consistently getting pussy. You have this kind of joyful feeling. He doesn't understand why you're so joyful. That's the conversation, and I said that it's due to the consistency of getting pussy. No, no, you hang out with us all the time, and when you were single, you were never joyful. You were joyful, but not joyful. You're joyful now. Is what he is alluding to. You're so happy that you take nothing serious anymore. Everything is life's too short. He's enjoying life and eating pizza. Are y'all gonna check the fuck up anytime soon? I'd already be, I'd literally be in the middle of sniping somebody's face out right now if I wasn't on this game. Oh, you son of a, you son of a bitch! I see what I'm saying. He could have said this when I was still over there. I could have played another. I could have another played Nick. I'm so close to getting my rank up. Like, I just need 2 more levels. Like, oh my god, not the best quarterback in the league. No, Kyler Murray. I don't care. I'm saying it now. I'm early on it. Everybody else can be late. That kid is fucking special. That speed, oh my fucking god, it's Michael Vick with accuracy. That's what I always said about Vick. I said, man, if you could have the accuracy of not even Tom Brady and Peyton, just have a little like a 60% accuracy, 65% accuracy. Vick would have been the best quarterback of all time. You would have been able to stop him. The problem is you just load the box. You obviously didn't watch football. Don't watch football because clearly the way they beat Vick was just load the box up and not let him run because they knew he couldn't get the ball consistently to the receivers, even if they had separation. Kyler Murray can pass. He's got accuracy. That and then he's balling right now. Are you kidding me? Are you balling the? He's balling. He's balling with Arizona, by the way. He's he will be he will be he will be. Of the two, he's gonna have the better career. Mahomes is an injury away from not being Mahomes, bro. I've watched football longer than you. Mahomes is an aberration right now. He's Colin Kaepernick. Kaepernick was the same thing for 2 years. For 2 years, Kaepernick was doing it. Bro, he's regressed every year. Less touchdowns. The numbers are getting worse. Look look at the data. He started first season 50 touchdowns, almost over 5,000 yards passing. Next year it goes down 1,000 yards and 15 touchdowns. This year he's on pace to have even less. He's regressing. Either it's Andy Reid's regressing or the quarterback's regressing. I doubt it's Andy Reid. No, no, they're not. No, they're not. They have a better defense now and a better run game. They don't. This is not basketball. You don't win Super Bowl because the quarterback. You win Super Bowl because 53 men. You win the Super Bowl because of an entire team. That is not. It's not the same. All this goat talk that gets given to quarterbacks is so stupid. Like Brady is only the goat because he's quarterback. Like you had to have the defense of Lawyer Malloy, Willie McGinnis, Richard Seymour, and all of these guys be in continuity with each other in order to stop the other team from scoring as many points as you. He was down to San Francisco in that Super Bowl. He was a Jimmy Garoppolo bad throw away from. He was a bad. He was a bad throw away From what? Not winning that Super Bowl. If that interception doesn't happen, he trailed to Jimmy Garoppolo, and Garoppolo had better numbers than him in the Super Bowl. So no, I'm not a hater. I'm not a hater. I said the kid was gonna be special when he was drafted. I'm not gonna call you the GOAT because you won one Super Bowl and had 150 touchdown season. I'm not no. I'm not gonna say you're the best quarterback in the league when there are quarterbacks at the moment. At the moment, he's the best quarterback for 13 games. For 13 games of the season 2 years ago, Carson Wentz was the best quarterback in the league. Yes, he was. He was about to win the MVP. What are you talking about? If he doesn't get injured, he wins the MVP. No, I'm not. I just said Carson Wentz is playing shitty. I never said Wentz was even better than Mahomes. He was going to win MVP, and he was on a better track record than Mahomes. Mahomes didn't play till the next year. Remember that. You got to remember that. No, no. Well, I look at the two trajectories. Yeah, one's gonna have better career. Come here, get in here and lay down. This is why you're fucking coughing. Get up here. Yes, they do. He's getting worse. Kyler Murray's getting better. The other one's getting worse. No, trajectory-wise, anybody could be the best quarterback in the NFL for 1 year. There's nobody's ever consistently the best every single year. Dude, you know how many years Peyton Manning was the best quarterback in the NFL and didn't win a Super Bowl? Brady would be the best 1 year. Brady would be one year would be the best. The next year would be Peyton, and the next year would be another guy. But we're not talking about basketball where a guy is the best in the league for 10 consecutive years. That doesn't happen. That doesn't happen. The only time it ever happens is for defenders. For defenders like Lawrence Taylor or Emmitt Smith. I would disagree with that. Best quarterback, but not the best player. 3 years ago, Aaron Donald was the best player in the NFL. Well, I would disagree. 3 years ago, just because he had 50 touchdowns doesn't make you the best quarterback. Peyton Manning had 50. Peyton, who won the Super Bowl? Tom Brady, wasn't it? Pretty sure Tom Brady won the Super Bowl and beat his ass in his own house that year. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, it is a team thing. And also taking into consideration is your performance in those games. And if your performance was shitty like his was in the first half, then you can't be the best quarterback. No, he had a shitty performance in the first half. Shitty performance. And a bad New England defense allowed them to get back into the game. Otherwise it never goes to overtime. Like that defense was absolutely shitty. Tom Brady was the best. That was Brady's last great year. That was Brady's last year as the best player in the league, best quarterback in the league. By far his best. 50 touchdowns in an offense that allows you to throw the ball 60 times in the modern NFL is not as impressive as it was when Brady threw 55 touchdowns when he was only throwing 30 times a game. Okay, Brady threw 50 touchdowns throwing at 30 attempts a game. Mahomes had to have 50 attempts a game to get 50 touchdowns. They had absolutely no running game, and your coach is Andy fucking Reid, who made Donovan McNabb look like a Hall of Famer. And once he went to Washington, we all was like, oh, Donovan McNabb really ain't that good. McNabb was consistently great. So all these other things have to be considered. Is he the best athletic quarterback in the NFL? Absolutely. Yes, he was four straight, actually 5 out of 6 years in the conference championship and a Super Bowl appearance. McNabb was definitely great. 4,000 yards, almost every year. Not nobody said he was as good as Mahomes, you idiot. I'm talking about Andy fucking Reid, the coach, who has also made Alex Smith. If you go look at the numbers, when Alex Smith had his career years. They've only been to one Super Bowl under Mahomes. What are you talking about? You act like he's been to 3 straight Super Bowls. Uh, that's not the point that we're making here. The point that I'm making is his system allowed for Alex Smith to have lots of numbers. Nobody's saying Alex Smith is better. You're so biased and so ignorant. When somebody tries to use an analogy, you're like, oh, you're saying Alex Smith. You sound like Stephen A. Oh, are you saying Alex Smith is better than Mahomes? No, I'm using their reference. So we have a track record of a head coach that could probably take me off of the goddamn street, give me a little conditioning, and make me a 50 touchdown pass quarterback because his schemes are unbelievably deniable. So you have to take all of that into consideration. Now, if he was playing for that if Mahomes was playing for that Bill Belichick offense, that's not built on passing and not built on scheming and all of these other things that Andy Reid does, how is that ridiculous? Andy Reid is a Hall of Fame coach. Are you fucking kidding me? Over 1,000 wins. So Andy Reid, I'm not saying he's not great. Why does it have to be that if a guy's not the best in the world or best of all time, like the LeBron James people, you're making the same argument that the LeBron James people pump the brakes. Pump the brakes. That's right now. That's right now. That can change 8 weeks from now. His numbers aren't the best. I can go look at who's leading the NFL in touchdowns. Let's go show who's leading. Want me to read the numbers to who's actually leading the NFL? And it's actually Aaron Rodgers leading the NFL in passing yards and passing touchdowns right now. Mahomes is not even in the top 5. Okay? They're not even in the top 5. You just tried to use numbers to prove your argument. Oh, no, it doesn't. It can also hurt. It can help you and hurt. If you start off at this level and then you go down, we have to say, okay, why are you not producing at the same level when you... So what? Brady has 6. Brady has 6. How many people have Super Bowl MVPs? A lot. A lot of people have Super Bowl MVPs, Sumo. There's been 53 Super Bowls. There's been 50-something Super Bowls. 50-something Super Bowls. I need to see 5. Give me 5 years. No. That can change. That changes. Easily. It could change 8 weeks from now. Who's going to hold the trophy? Who's going to... Let's say Mahomes... Let's just say over the next... Hold on. Let's say next 6 games, right? Mahomes, or let's just go end of season. The Chiefs finish 12-4. Not great. That's not bad, but it's not great. Mahomes is around 32 touchdowns, about 4,000 yards passing. But some other quarterback, 15-1, 5,000 yards passing, 52 touchdowns. Guess what? All of you motherfuckers gonna jump on that next bandwagon and go, oh, the next rising star, because that's what they did with Mahomes. That's exactly what happened with Mahomes. It was, oh, he's the new toy. Let's jump on the new toy. Just because you're the best quarterback doesn't make you the best NFL player in the NFL. Yes, you are. You just said he is. That's right now. I'll give you right now he's the best quarterback in the league. But that can change. We have seen quarterbacks play three years and be the best quarterback at the time. And then in their 4th year, they're not good anymore. We don't know. We won't know until another 5-10 years from now. Let's not crown guys Hall of Fame. That's why the people drafted what's his name, Leaf. Okay, everybody thought their quarterback when they drafted him in the first round was gonna be great. Top 5 quarterback? Now, yes. Not at first. No, obviously not at first. Well, in terms of player, he's one of the best players in the NFL. Behind a lot of people. In terms of passing the ball, obviously he's behind a bunch of people. I mean, Wentz is a better passer. Breeze is a better passer. Well, he had Why did they do that though? They did it because of the numbers. They looked at the touchdown passes, 40-something touchdowns, 4,000 yards. That's the same thing that they did. Bro, if the Ravens would have won the Super Bowl last year, we would have a whole different conversation. we'd be having a whole different conversation. No, and we can look at the Chiefs and see that Mahomes gets a lot of scheme touchdowns, a lot of speed schemes. Bro, he's got Tariq Hill. Yes. Yes, he's a great athlete. He's a great athlete. He's a great athlete. He's a great athlete. The people are wide open. You put Lamar Jackson with Andy Reid and them players wide open, he's gonna hit the same passes. These are you not watching the games? Tariq Hill is open by 10 yards. He's open by 10 yards. Mahomes better hit those passes. Any quarterback better hit those. Especially that age, you better hit those passes. Nobody said Lamar Jackson's the better passer. Nobody said that. He is a great quarterback. He is a great quarterback. Yes, he is. His team's wins. What do you need to get in Super Bowl in the NFL? You need to do what in the NFL? You need to wins and losses. Wins and losses. He's too young. He's too young. His game and his coach don't match. They need a change. No, he'll never be a Patrick Mahomes passer. No. His game is not predicated on that. No, it's not. But he'll get a Super Bowl ring. Absolutely, he will. Yes, he will. Yes, he will. Yes, he will. In Baltimore, with the defense that they put in, are you kidding me? That's why they drafted him. You're not thinking and using your brain. Why did Kansas City draft Patrick Mahomes? Because in college, see, I watch college football. See, I understand that in Oklahoma State, see, before all of you people knew who Patrick Mahomes was, I knew who Patrick Mahomes was. I said he should be the number one overall pick in the draft. That was me. I know that in a system of an air raid offense that allows you to throw 60 times a game, that fits him perfectly. Now, if Patrick Mahomes would have now let's do a reversal. If you put Lamar Jackson in Kansas City and you put Patrick Mahomes with Harbaugh in Baltimore, right? Reverse the situations drafting. This is what would happen. They will both still be successful like they are now, winning games, but Mahomes would not be what he is right now, and Lamar Jackson would be. Yes, because the system would have held him back. Yes, he would have been a better quarterback, but the system would not allow him to do what he does. Therefore, I don't even think he would have a Super Bowl because he would not match that team. He doesn't match that team. It would have took longer because they would have had to rebuild everything and fire the coach and get a new culture. But yes, and as a passer, but Lamar Jackson can still be a better player. You're talking about just passing the ball. Bro, if this dude goes out, gets 200 yards rushing in a fucking Super Bowl and 200 yards passing, and gets 200 yards passing and it wins the Super Bowl, nobody's going to care. Oh, I doubt that, bro. I doubt that. Bro, he's played in two playoff games. Two playoff games. Two playoff games. How many years did Peyton Manning lose? How many years? They weren't that great. They weren't that great. No, they weren't that great in the regular season. They had a soft schedule. They had a soft schedule. They had a soft schedule. In a division that had nobody else that had more than 4 wins. He just got drafted. He was never, bro. See, that's what I'm talking about. You didn't listen to nothing I said. If you watched college football, then you would know that Baltimore didn't draft Lamar Jackson to be a passer. They drafted Lamar Jackson because they're a 40 times a game run the ball team. That's who Lamar Jackson is. They didn't draft a quarterback to be the best passer of all time. He will gradually get better, just like Michael Vick did. Yes, just like Michael Vick did. Yes, Michael Vick was elite at the end. What are you talking about? You can get better. It's all the NFL as a quarterback. If you have the arm strength, the velocity, which he clearly has, the arm strength, the velocity. What he struggles with is the accuracy. The accuracy is about footwork and timing. Those two things with the right coach. He's not a. You can't. So you want a 22-year-old to be leader? Who the fuck you think? Who the fuck you think was the leader of the Kansas City Chiefs last year? Chris fucking Jones. Wasn't no Patrick Mahomes. Who's the voice? Go watch the huddles. Watch the sidelines. Watch the sidelines. It ain't Mahomes. Every quarterback has a voice to the offense, obviously, telling the receivers where to go. But he ain't got no balls on the motherfuckers that's been in the league 12 years longer than him. No, they don't. No, they don't. Chris Jones was the vocal leader of that team. Patrick Mahomes was asked who's the vocal leader of the team. No, he didn't. Andy Reid built that team. You don't. So he drafted everybody. Bro, if he doesn't have no players, he doesn't win. If he doesn't have no players, he doesn't win. What are you talking about? This isn't the NBA. No, he didn't. Chris Jones delivered. The linebackers delivered. He struggled. Did you not watch Go watch the Super Bowl again. They were losing by 13 points. I don't give a fuck about who won the MVP. Obviously, it goes to whoever the fucking quarterback is. Tyreek Hill was the difference maker in the game. Yes, it is. Name me anybody outside of quarterback the last 10 years. No, he didn't. Tyreek Hill made himself. 4-3. Bro, he was putting up numbers before Mahomes even got there. What are you talking about? Him and Sammy Watkins were a beast. No, they lost because they didn't have a defense. Yes, whoever the other kid was. The point that I'm making is their defense sucked. Tyreek Hill was a beast. His numbers don't lie, bitch. Numbers don't lie. Ain't nobody elevating shit, bro. It's the NFL. Man. It takes 53 grown men to grow up and go play football. Not one man. Just like Tom Brady and Joe Montana and Troy Aikman are not the reasons why they won the Super Bowl. Anybody that played in the NFL would say the same thing. But you don't play in the NFL, nor have you ever even put a helmet on. I have actually put a helmet on and played professional. I have actually played football. You have not. You have not played football. Why? This is what you're trying to do to win an argument. You keep talking about stupid shit. Bro, I didn't say he was the best right now. Stop trying to twist. I said he could be the better quarterback 10 years from now. Very easily. His numbers are blowing me. His numbers are incredible. What are you talking about? What is he doing with the Arizona Cardinals? The Arizona Cardinals won how many games last year? How many games did they win last year? He was a rookie. No rookie quarterback wins in their first year. Mahomes wasn't a rookie. He had already been in the league for a year. You suck too much dick. I'm gonna say that. You might as well get some lipstick and bro, put a helmet on and go play football, bro. That's all I gotta say. The quarterback ain't intercepting the ball and is not telling the outside linebacker to move over on the edge because the fucking offensive lineman is double blocking. That they're double teaming the left end, so he's not the middle linebacker has to tell the left side linebacker, hey, they're chipping our defensive end. We need to go down there and make sure that we have correct position. Hey, corner out here on the outside, you're too far off. You need to scoot up. Okay, the NFL is not won by one player. Never in the history of the NFL has one Super Bowl been determined by. I have watched all-time greats lose to backup quarterbacks in Super Bowl. You just said Mahomes is the reason. No, he's not. He's a factor. But you put a quarterback with a similar talent on that team. They win the Super Bowl. Quarterback is right now. Yes, obviously the quarterback on offense because everybody cares about that. But to be honest, no. The offensive line and the defensive line is. Because if the goddamn offensive line ain't blocking and you get sacked 7 times in the game, How the hell are you making a difference? How are you making a difference? Thank you. Thank you. So it ain't the quarterback. He has to have a block. He has to have a competent running back. He has to have a yes, bro. Yes, they do. They have the most value. The trenches is the most important part of the game. If I'm drafting my team, I would have draft my team offensive line before I would draft. Obviously. So I'm going to put my quarterback that I drafted #1 out there with a bunch of guys I signed and free agents that came off the streets to get sacked 20 times and get injured. Obviously, if I have no offensive line, I'm going to go G, which is what all the NFL teams do. All the NFL teams go, there's a #1 quarterback taken every single year in the top of the draft. We kind of need an offensive line and need to build our trenches. This is how teams build, Sumo. They don't draft the quarterback first. Andy Reid spent years building that fucking offense up with offensive linemen and offensive weapons. Then at number 12, he took Patrick Mahomes. He built he baked the cake, and the quarterback becomes the icing over the top. The quarterback is the icing over the top. And because the quarterback is the fantasy, look at the great throw of 60 yards. Back in the day, it used to be the running back. Back in the day, it used to be Barry Sanders is the best in the world. No player's better than him. There was no quarterback alive. Not Steve Young or any of them that was named better than Emmitt Smith. Emmitt Smith was considered the best. Okay? Why? Because that's what people fall in love with, the entertainment. They fall in love with the entertainment. They fall in love with the entertainment. They want it to be like the NBA. They go, ooh, this in the NBA, they put up 35 and 20 and 10 assists, and that makes them #1 all time. So that's all anybody looks for is stats. Stats. So the people that don't put up stats, yes it is, because that's all the quarterback can deliver. Oh, don't give me that shit. That comes from the head coach. The head coach instills that leadership in you. I don't want to hear that shit. The NFL is built of many leaders. The offensive line. If the offensive line doesn't block on that third down conversion and doesn't have the awareness, exactly. It takes 53 men to do their job. 53 men. It takes 53 men to do their job. Which is why. Hold on. Which is why the man that you consider the GOAT, yes, you do consider Tom Brady the GOAT. Yes, you do. You do consider the GOAT. And so you consider Tom Brady the GOAT. But he is 6-3 in the Super Bowl for a reason. Okay? Tom Brady, he should be 9. He should be 9-0. He's the GOAT. Jordan was undefeated. In the NBA, he would be undefeated, right? He's the GOAT. Okay? No, but the point that I'm making is that a backup quarterback, or a on the rise, not yet a real quarterback, Russell Wilson, or can almost beat him. I mean, you think about Russell Wilson when he almost beat Tom Brady. The Russell Wilson that we see today was not Russell Wilson then. You do remember that, right? You remember? Do you remember the Russell Wilson that couldn't pass, that could only run, and they had to rely on Lynch and the dominant defense? Did not Russell Wilson become probably the 3rd best quarterback in the NFL? Some would argue the 2nd best behind Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes. It wasn't too long ago, as Colin Cowherd said the other day, Russell Wilson at one time, people were like, hey, they got to get rid of that guy. They're not winning Super Bowls because it's Russell. It ain't the defense. It ain't Pete Carroll. And what happened? This motherfucker is one of the most accurate quarterbacks in the NFL. And he never was that. In fact, when I watched him play in college, I can tell you I never once thought Russell Wilson would be a Super Bowl winning quarterback in the NFL. My Rutgers Scarlet Knights held him to like 40% passing in a bowl game. He was the main reason why we won. They had such a dominant run game. We just loaded the box and said, stop Russell Wilson's run game, stop their run game, and if we do that, we'll blow them out in a bowl game. And Rutgers University blew Russell Wilson out by a lot of points. Just saying. Nobody, and then he came back to Wisconsin the next year. He got a little better, but you still never were like, oh, Russell Wilson's going to be a great player. There's a reason why he wasn't drafted until like the 3rd round. So you can't sit here and go because a guy isn't a 75%. He's only a 62% passer. Lamar Jackson, only 62. Not to mention that's better than most starting quarterbacks in the NFL. Okay, that's better than Donovan McNabb was for his entire career. So don't give me the Lamar Jackson can't pass shit. Because you ain't seen nothing till you seen motherfuckers throwing the ball at your goddamn feet. I'd rather have a quarterback that's overthrowing his receivers than a guy that can't put the ball 40 down yards the feet. And I watched it for 10 years, Sumo. I watched Donovan McNabb do it for 10 years. Throw the ball at Pinkston and even T.O.'s feet. You got a guy that's how tall is Sumo? How tall is T.O.? 6'6", right? 6'4", 5, 6'5", right? Somewhere around that, right? Go watch the tape. Go watch the tape. Bro, McNabb could not hit T.O. He would, more often than not, every now and then he hit the deep ball, but more often than that, it would come up short. He'd come up short every time. Never overthrow. Always under. So, I've seen way worse than Lamar Jackson. But I knew that he was going to struggle passing the ball coming into the NFL. Bro, I watched him in college. I'm from Louisville. I kind of had to watch every one of his games damn near on TV every week. Like, the kid was an option quarterback. Like, I think he came in as a receiver, if I'm not mistaken. Or at one point in high school, he was a receiver. Or no, that was Teddy Bridgewater. That was Teddy Bridgewater. Yeah, it was high school, yeah. He was never so considered to be like a quarterback. And that was all the Bobby Petrino. Petrino was like, hey, I got to keep my job. That truck. I can't hear him through that truck. His voice is already low, but when you were driving in his truck, I can barely hear him. Man, I'm not saying Mahomes isn't great, Sumo. You're trying to say that. I'm not saying he's not great. I'm not going to give you a crown, bro. He's dead. I thought we were in an argument. Sting. Wrestler Sting. Holy sh... Oh, I thought you meant... I thought you said you went to high school with Sting. I'm high, bro. I'm high. But no, so you get what I'm saying, MC. You played football. Like, Sumo didn't play football. He played basketball. He's used to dominate. One guy in football and basketball can... Bro, look at the NBA Finals, for example, bro. Two players are literally the reason why it's not competitive. You know? Like, if you play football, Sumo, you'll understand. You do, but you overlook the fact that it takes, of all sports, you actually have to have a coach. In the NFL, you have to have a coach. Yo, you're giving him too much credit. You're giving him way too much credit. You're sucking his ball sack. You're licking, you're going above and beyond that. You're putting him on Tom Brady status and shit. Like, they'll never be passed. Nobody's gonna come behind him and pass him up. He's this generation's GOAT for the next 10 years. Like, no, Kyler Murray looks like he's about to be something special. Bro, look at the numbers. Right now, yes, but the trajectory is, holy shit, if Murray stays on the path that he's on, he could be better than Mahomes, which is scary because that's good for the NFL. Why wouldn't it be good for the NFL? Yes, he could. Why couldn't he? So you're telling me that Brady was supposed to give up. So you're supposed to give up because Brady was better than Manning at first? Who became better, though? Was Brady always better than Manning? Hell fucking no. And you're a fool and a homer if you even utter the words, yeah, from day one, he was a better quarterback than Peyton Manning. Get the fuck out of here. He was a game manager the first 5 years of his career. Playoff-wise, he was more clutch, not a better quarterback, not a better passer. He handed the ball off more. He handed the ball off 50 times a game. He didn't have to throw the ball. He didn't even have to throw the ball. Do you realize that? Yeah, now, Peyton does have a Super Bowl, though. Don't get the hate him. Peyton got a Super Bowl ring now. He might have been throwing ducks when he got it. He actually got 2 rings, by the way. Okay. Now, but I'm telling you right now, even after the first Super Bowl, if for God's sakes Indianapolis just is like, hey, you know what, we want to be idiots today. Well, wouldn't be idiots historically, but I don't think Brady would have ever did what he did with Indianapolis. So a lot of that is because of coaching. But I mean, if Bill Belichick was offered Peyton Manning for Tom Brady at the time, you know goddamn well he would have made that trade, and any GM or any NFL player would have made that fucking trade. And you can't tell me that Bill Belichick, if he had somebody as great as Tom Brady, wouldn't have won as many Super Bowls. Like, come on, bro. Like, Brady just happened to play with the greatest coach, too. Like, that's why he got 10 Super Bowls here. He played with Tony Dungy, probably would only have 3 or 4. But come on now, Sumo. You know Peyton Manning was better. Tom Brady worked. So you're not giving Brady no credit by doing that. When you just say, oh, because this guy won Super Bowl first year, that made him automatically better than Tom Brady, you are now disrespecting this man, because this man, what was the point if he was already the best to go do all the work to become better than Brady? Why did he? Okay, go put in that work. That guy just got destroyed. Yeah, he destroyed that kid. Sumo, you need some shield. Behind you, Sumo, behind you. Did you hear that guy on your right? Sumo, was Michael Jordan the GOAT his first year in the NBA? That's the question I want you to ask. And I'll answer when you're done dying. When he dies, where's my fucking weed pipe at, bro? If he dies, he might win this game. It'll make me eat crow. With no shield. You need to heal up, bro. You got 74, bro. What are you doing? Sumo, what do you think? Was Jordan the GOAT his first year in the league? But he wasn't, right? Wasn't better than Magic, wasn't better than Bird. No, wasn't. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Magic Johnson were better than him. He was really good. I'll give you that. He was really good. Probably top 15 player. Top 10 maybe. It wasn't the best. When you say Michael Jordan was the best of all time in the first year, you're discounting all the work this man had to put in to become the GOAT. You're discounting the work that Mahomes is going to have to do to stay on the level that he is at right now. You know, these guys put in work, and sometimes they stop putting in the work. And what makes Brady the greatest is he never stopped putting in the work. So let's see if Mahomes doesn't get content. Let's see if he gets 1 or 2, and then he's like, ah, man. But a lot of people, when you sound like one of them, are saying he's on the trajectory to be better than Tom Brady. And that's what pisses me off, is everybody's like, he's better than Tom Brady now. Right. But that can change, because Peyton Manning was once the best quarterback. Dan Marino was the best, and Brett Favre was the best, and guys got better than them. Guys said, okay, I'm going to put in the work to get better than this guy. So who's to say that some rookie like Trevor Lawrence, who's listen. Holy shit. Bro, this is insane if you win this. This would be impossible. That's what Super Bowl does. On the side of you. They just happen to be on the side of you. Damn it. And he had special powers. Yeah, special powers. Bro, like, have you not watched Trevor Lawrence play? There's a reason why people are saying that even the Jets who drafted Sam Darnold #1 are like, Anybody that has a superstar quarterback right now, even the Eagles, they're like, yeah, if you got even if you've got Carson Wentz, draft Trevor Lawrence. Why do you think all the pro scouts are drooling over Trevor Lawrence? Did you not watch this man in the championship game, right? So who's to say Trevor Lawrence won't come in next year and have because I'm shooting. He is. You might be being sarcastic, but Trevor Lawrence is a bad motherfucker. He needs to cut his hair because I don't like a quarterback with long hair, but he's a bad motherfucker. Accurate as fuck. Tall, accurate. No, I said I don't like my quarterbacks to have long ass fucking hair that looks girly as shit. Like you're supposed to be the quarterback. Like you look, he looks what he looks like. Like oh my god, the helmet looks funny as fuck too on his head. It's funny as shit. I'm like, dude, cut your fucking hair, bro. Or do something with it. Do some dreads or something with it. Don't wear it all girly. Like put some dreads in it. If I'm a defensive lineman, I'm gonna grab that motherfucker by his hair and slam his ass on the ground. Yeah, why don't they do something with the shit? Goddamn, just got this shit. That's my worry. Is somebody gonna grab that shit, and break his neck, like they used to do back in the day? Until they made the rule where in college they used to grab your dreads and pull you down. I watched a kid tear ACL on that shit. Just like the horse collar tackle, which is dangerous. If I played in the NFL, I would have no dreads and no long hair. Hell no. They already trying to grab my face mask with my damn shoulder pads. Bro, I'm not jumping without random this time. No mistake made by me. Jumped with the random last game and got fucked up. Wait, I didn't see those. No, we didn't. We went backwards. No, I'm behind you, dumbass. I'm actually behind MC. I'm behind MC, dumbass. Oh. Oh. Okay. Hey, you're still a dumbass. Bro, is that supposed to be the Marvel ship from the movies or whatever? Oh my god, this game is too much, bro. So what's new in this game? What's new? They got any fighter jets you can fly yet? That's what I'm waiting for next. Some F-16s and some. Matter of fact, I'm gonna post that on their page. I'm be like, y'all should think about that. Consider we put cars in the game. What about some fighter jets? Why I can't get in a fucking car? Got the boot. Got the boot. Ah, Smokey. See, you're not coughing when you don't get up and move around. Rest, dog. You're not dying. Smokey's sick. Coughing like crazy. I think he's got kennel cough. Well, he's not better anymore. You said that intentionally. Today. Just today. I'm gonna see how he feels tomorrow, and if he gets worse, I'm gonna take him to the vet. He's fine though. He's playing earlier. Just when he gets to moving around a lot, he gets to coughing. Could be because your dumbass sticks your damn fucking head out the window nonstop. In the cold, in the freezing cold. You'll get pneumonia. I have a shark chasing me. I have a shark. Die, bitch. Oh, I see him. Is he a dummy? Up to my right. Bro, get the fuck off me. This pump takes so goddamn long to reload. Dumbass, you died, bitch. You sucked. That kid just got wrecked. Drop these stupid things. Oh shit. That was quick. All I see is his triangle. Ran away. Damn it! Put the wall up right as soon as I got the shot off. I hate this gun. No bullet rag, bro. Oh, triple type is so nice right now. That bitch I'm rushing. Whether you like it or not. And I'm gonna get this llama. Oh, get out of here. Get out of here. Go kill the guy. God damn it. Things. How the hell you gonna get this thing? God damn it. This is such a weird spot to put it, bro. Fuck. Son of a bitch. I need that shield. Hope he comes and kills you. God damn it! I need that shield. Fall to me. Fall to me. I get everything. There's no fucking shield. What the fuck? You got all the ammo. What's our guy doing way over there pinging shit like I'm coming? I want this shield. I want a shield. I want some shield. Oh, thank God. Man. AI's still alive? How are they still alive? Or his gun sucks? Oh, his gun sucks. Yeah, that's what I said, AI's. Oh, they made this look nice. That's why this game is still relevant. Oh shit! Oh shit! We are going to die in this storm. I got 2 from me. When did we start losing 2 at a time? I think it's at like 30. Somebody use mine now. There is no vehicle. Looking for one for myself. And they find nothing. Listen, I'm already here. Oh shit! How did he die? Damn it. What am I doing? Play this game in so long. You're gonna blame me because y'all slow asses was back there still. Crawl. MC, crawl, MC, crawl, MC. Gotta run this game, stop. I have nothing to fish with. Oh, we gotta go. Oh shit. Oh shit. Blame it all on Sumo for wanting to shoot henchmen. There's a team to our right. You gotta say that and then fire. Oh, I already weakened that guy. Fuck off, bitch. Eat my bullets. Hey, I gotta bail. Hey, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. Hurry, 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 hurry. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Bro, you better be lucky I start popping that guy. How'd I drop you ammo again? Hey. Bro, I fucked that kid up. You dropped with that goddamn purple single shot. God damn, I forgot how crappy this game is. Oh my god. Doesn't make it not crappy. Bro, is this guy crawling around right in front of us over here? Or is that fire? I have no idea. No, I wasn't seeing it. There's a team above us too. Yeah, I think he died over here. That guy's super weak, bro. Oh, god damn it, bro. I hate builds. That dude had lasers, he's so one shot. Yeah, that's the guy I was shooting at. Where's the red fern? Where's the red fern? That? Oh my god, this was crazy. Oh my god, we're gonna die. We're gonna die. I told you we were gonna die. I don't know. How many? Oh my god. Oh my god, there's another team! There's another team. Damn it, I keep hitting the wrong fucking button. Damn, I hate this game. Yeah, that's the guy I was shooting at that was running across from me. I had him one shot too. Ooh, he dropped one of them. I'm gonna let him shoot him. I think that's the only other team too. Besides me. Let them fight it out. Hopefully they get out. Damn it! I keep trying to fuck off, bitch. something up there powerful. Whatever that is, that thing is lethal. Yep. I'm trying to find something, bro. He's got that fucking shit. If he just shoots it at the ground, I'm dead. Bitch. Try to trap me, bro. That's some bullshit. Fucking bullshit. That's some bullshit, bro. Yeah. That's some bullshit, dude. That's bullshit. That's some bullshit. Bro, you see that guy come out of the bush, MC? Oh my god, he got Bro, that kid would've got done the same way if there wasn't no building. If there was no build in this game, that kid would have been. Bro, this motherfucker put fucking a wall down right when I was about to hit my shotgun shot, bro. I was trying to get out of it. Look at this. I don't know what this thing is that he put down and trapped me in there with. The thing was about to kill me. Oh my god. That's some bullshit, dude. I was wondering why he was trapping me in there. I'm the dumbass that followed him. I shouldn't have did that. I wanted to hit him in the face with that shotgun so bad. Okay, lesson learned. There's fire traps in the game. I went off that game for my first game. That other game didn't count. Bro, that guy came out of that. I don't know what he was thinking. I got a green AR, bro. I was melting everybody with a green AR. Wait till I get my scar. I forgot this was the new spot. That's why I be telling y'all to come. My favorite president of all time? None. JFK. And MC is about to get pissed off at me for what I'm about to say. I'm going to say too. Trump and JFK, the only ones that didn't start any new wars. Other than that, I said JFK and Trump only because we haven't started any wars under them. They're the only two that have actually. I don't like any of them in history because they're all warmongers and we've been in war. But only two of them have actually said no, we're not going to war. And actually, it was definitely they were all. He was a coward. The Iran situation. The Iran situation with Carter, first of all, Carter was a bitch. I don't like Jimmy Carter. He there's a lot of reasons why. What he did with them people, letting the people sit over there in Iran. He was. In fact, they are funny because he's considered the weakest president in American history and one of the worst. But history regards that man as really bad. Really bad president. I'm sure Trump will pass him up for that though. And then the guy coming in behind him is going to be even worse. Nobody likes Trump at all. See, when you say words like, do you mean like their person or like the presidency? Like, what are you talking about? No, because the person is completely different than the actual policy that's passed. No, because that's policy. You're talking about policy. Policy is completely different than the person. What are you talking about? There's slime balls that affect good policies. Bro, there's slime balls. Listen, there's slime balls. Hold on, there are slime balls. Well, then in that case, you should agree with me that not any single one of them ever be considered good, because what should define them is their actions, and they're all exactly. But so if you judge them by character, no, I don't say it. History says it. What are you talking about? First of all, the Iran situation, the hostage situation. the behind back doors flyover. Oh, well, you didn't know about that. Your uncle wasn't in the Air Force for 21 years. Yeah. Those people that run Iran. Okay. Those people, those 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 people that ran that run Iran. The bad people. We put them in power under Jimmy Carter. The mullahs. The mullahs. We put them in power, bro. We took out a democratically. Hold on. It gets even worse. Iran used to be a free country. Used to be a free. This country used to be like Iran actually used to be a free country. It used to be completely nowhere near what it is today. Nowhere near what it is today. But our government, our president, decided the best thing to do is put the evil Sharia law people in who want to cut people's heads off for women driving and having not being illiterate, and driving cars, or God forbid they tell somebody they got raped. What? You don't know anything about Iran? Sorry. Go live there. Let your daughter grow up there. Pretty sure all you gotta do is pretty sure all you have to do is show up at the border and say you take Sharia law seriously and you accept Sharia law, and they let you walk in. And say whatever their guy is, you have to say is it's kind of like North Korea where they call him a god or whatever. Like, yeah, it's kind of like that. So, really weird culture. People are. The Pentagon was for putting them in power. Jimmy Carter was the president. He definitely was president. So, well, he was the president. Sure, he's the one that set. He's the one that is the one that helped. Yeah, because like I said, your uncle didn't serve 21 years in the Air Force. Most people have no idea we flew B-2 bombers over Iran. Most people have no idea. No idea. I got lucky. That's all I'm gonna say. No, I'm not even being an asshole about this. One time when I was at listen. One day I was at work at a casino and I was having a discussion about Iran, and a former guy that used to work in the FBI. I'm not gonna say his name. I'm not gonna say his name, but he used to be in the FBI. So we were holding an event. You know the cameras that they put in ATMs and stuff, right? That stuff like that. We were holding a security convention for that. We're security firms. Where security firms come in and they display their shit for businesses to come in and buy their shit. And this guy, he had invented one. He had invented a security system, and he had his stuff on display. Anyways, MC, I don't know if you're listening to me or not. I know he ain't. He overheard me having this conversation about Iran. And he pulled me to the side, and at first he was like trying to deny what I was saying was true. But for some reason I could tell he was being sarcastic about it. And like at the end of it, he pulled me to the side. He said, "I just wanted to give you the shit because I wanted to make sure He said, "I wanted to make sure that you were actually, giving real information." Oh my god! Shut up. The video game. Die from some point. He ain't got no health. I'm gonna die because I have no health. Fucking bitch. And you're gonna have to let me die. You're gonna have to let me die. No health. Why did we get third party? Jesus Christ. But anyways, but to finish finish my story. At the end of it, he was like, he pretty much told me he was over there, and he was like, you know, it's not a lot of people know what you know. And he asked me how I knew. I was like, well, my uncle was Air Force intelligence. My uncle Mike was Air Force. He served at Fort McGuire Air Force Base. I don't know if you know. I don't know if you know what that is. But yeah, I grew up in the military. So I know a little bit of shit. Well, he was the president, bro. Okay, hold on. Right, hold on. So because Trump is president right now, all of coronavirus is his fault, even though it's not his fault. He didn't make the virus happen. He's not the one that said, you know, keep countries open. It won't spread even if you close your. It won't spread if you keep countries open. Right? Trump is the right. It's the Trump virus, right? So Obama, right, with Libya. Libya is attached to Obama, right? The president never is the one that's officially does the thing. It's the Pentagon officials. It's the senators, the congressmen write the laws. The president has the authority to step in and go, I don't think that's a good idea that we go to Iran and do that. I don't think that's a good idea. So the president can stop it. So if the president chooses to not stop it and let you know he is aware of it, that he is okay with it, okay? That is why you're able to hit Obama with Libya. You're not, otherwise then Obama gets excused and it's all Hillary's fault. You know what I'm saying? It's Bush's fault for 9/11, right? Like all these presidents, they take blame for everything. Not 9/11 per se, but the war in Iraq. That was the Pentagon that lied to him about weapons of mass destruction. But who gets attached with it? The president, because the president didn't step in and say, I want to take further investigation. Maybe we shouldn't jump to conclusions to go to war with a country. Okay? Of course he is. He knows the history of the hostage situation and all that. Are you fucking kidding me? How can he not? He's a teacher. How are you a school teacher and don't know about this? How are you a school teacher and you don't know about the Iran hostage situation? That is taught in school. I was taught this. Right. Jesus Christ. This is entertaining to me. Right. Yes, he's a school teacher. He's a school teacher. He's teaching our children history. Obvious. That was Reagan. That was Iraq. That was Reagan, by the way. He's confusing the situation. No, he's talking about Iran-Contra, which was drugs. It was something else. There was a hostage situation where they took our Iran took our so U.S. civilian hostages. Jimmy Carter was gonna let them die. And that had one of the most fun. Just Google Jimmy Carter. I'm sure MC knows that Jimmy Carter is referred to. This is how we were taught in high school that Jimmy Carter was considered one of the worst presidents in U.S. history. Just from that one thing. Yeah, that's pretty much what he was considered. Weakest. He was also considered the weakest because he let our boys die. He let our boys almost die over there in Iran. The whole botched situation. The whole, yeah, that like. They taught you this in school. None of them are murderers. Hitler didn't even pull the trigger and kill nobody. No, they're all scumbags, bro. They're all scumbags because they know what's really going on and they don't stop the fucking shit from happening. That's what makes sense. The one that did, they shot him in the head. Pretty sure you know who that is. Oh, you're laughing. You want to laugh? Go listen to Joe, listen to John F. Kennedy. Go listen to John F. Kennedy's speech where he's talking about secret societies. The MC knows what I'm talking about. They shot his ass in the fucking head because he tried to be the president. Because he said no to the Bay of Pigs. He said no to the war machine. That's why they shot him in the head. He walked into the United Nations during his meeting and said, listen, What we're doing in Vietnam is not. We've been there too long. You let me bomb it like a parking lot, and the war will be over. And they drew a demilitarized zone and told our soldiers we can't shoot until we are shot at. That's why we lost the war. Same thing that happened in North Korea. Know your history and read your books, bro. You know how many Chinese soldiers? You know how many Chinese killed us, and how many soldiers the Chinese killed in the North Korean War? And the United Nations told us we're not allowed to go to war with China. Just to let you know, John F. Kennedy wanted to take us out of the United Nations for a reason. What's your take on the United Nations? Have any of you ever read the United Nations Charter or Agenda 21? Are you familiar? Are you familiar with Agenda 21? These are real facts, by the way. These are on the United Nations website. You can go read them yourself, by the way. You can interject as soon as you answer the question. Have you ever read the United Nations Charter and there are laws for every country? Yes, I have. Have you ever read Agenda 21? Okay. So when you go read these things, then come back and have a conversation with me. Until then, laugh at something else. No, because you're just going to laugh. You laugh at every stupid little thing that goes beyond your paradigm that you can understand. Because your stupid little frivolous little mind, which is the whole reason why I left the party last time, I didn't talk to your ass for damn near 2 months. Because you always just laugh and think you know everything. When I am literally dropping facts. I am saying it in a stupid, funny way because it's just hilarious how I'm talking to a school teacher and a scientist who still haven't figured this shit out yet. That's all I'm saying. That's why I'm talking like I do. Everything. That's all I'm going to leave it at. Go read Agenda 21. You can actually, honestly, you can get on YouTube and type in and Google search it on YouTube, and somebody will read it for you. And you don't even have to read it yourself. They'll pull out the document and read it for you. I'm sure you can even Google ebook to read it for you on the goddamn internet. You gotta do the work these days. You can literally be like Google, and Google will show it to you. And then you can choose to read or not read. The day that you people start realizing that there are no presidents that are good presidents, then the faster you'll start getting to the truth. The faster you start trying to figure which one was good, the faster you'll start getting to the truth, my friend. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave it at that. Once you realize that they're all members of Skull and Bones in the order of this and the order of that, and they're all, go look at their bloodlines, their family DNAs. How come Obama's related to this guy and he's black, but all these presidents are related to each other somehow? They're all related to the throne of England. These are things that nobody questioned. They never questioned these things. He's actually related to Trump. Yes, and Trump, and so is Trump related to the Bushes. The Bushes family. In fact, there's a reason why, because if you go study the history of the Bush family and where they come from, what country they originate from, who they are, how did they get their resources, how did they get their power, how did they become powerful in this country? Who was Prescott Bush? Do you think Trump? Do you think Trump is by accident the president? Like his family has never been involved in American government? There's a guy that was named Trump that he's related to, that was working in the government during World War II. I forget his name, but I know his last name was Trump, and I know he's related to Donald Trump. These people are all bro, it's a game. It's the same thing that Francis Bacon did to y'all, bro. He fooled y'all into thinking his name was really William Shakespeare. He fooled you because you have no idea who he really is. You think his name is William Shakespeare. Yeah. He was William Shakespeare then, because William Shakespeare was, because what does that mean then, MC? That Shakespeare didn't really write? Well, that's not the theory. It's been proven. If you actually go to England, I mean, if you just look at the written language, right? What do we do? We like to match our signatures, right? Why did they ask you to sign something? Because they can look at a previous document you signed and be like, oh, this doesn't match, this signature doesn't match your signature, so we know it's not you. So we know that Shakespeare was illiterate. We know that he didn't go graduate. He was a pretty much nobody. So we know all these things, and then we go study the writings of Francis Bacon, and we compare the language and the literature to the plays. And then we realize that the verbiage is the same, the language is the same, and the writing is the same. I'm talking about the style of writing, the letters, and all of that stuff. Yes, I was standing in one place. I can't believe he doesn't. He's older than me. You understand the verbiage of that is exactly. But no. But the verbiage. God damn, I have no shield, bro. I hate this game. I have no idea what you're reading here. I'm getting up. Let's go to YouTube. Let's go to YouTube real quick. Let's go to YouTube. No, let's get off the game. Get off the game real quick. I gotta get off the game. Well, I'm gonna get on my phone. Hold on. Are you on YouTube on your phone? Go to YouTube. Go to YouTube on your phone real quick. Okay. Go to YouTube. I have no idea what you're reading. You're reading some shit about forests. Okay, so I'm gonna give you what in a nutshell. It's a way for them to take away. Okay, so you see it. Imagine everything being run by one large entity and they control everything, basically like feudalism, where it's like local, they control the local, where there's no more president, there's no more king, there's no more any of that shit, where it's basically a governing body, and everything is like a region, a district, and has a, you get what are you following me, MC? Right, in a nutshell, there's a map they actually have, I don't know if it's on their website, it used to be, but they might have taken it down because it took a lot of scrutiny. There's a map that they had of the whole, like the United States is divided into these different regions. Like I think it's like 10 of them, but it's not just the United States. It's like the whole country. It's like if they were to assume power over like everything and like how they would break down each district. It would be basically like what you see in the Hunger Games. You get what I'm saying, Sumo? And yeah, and the way they verbiage it for you to believe that it's a good thing is they'll go, we're doing it because we got to save the environment. Humans are. That's what the new Green Deal. That's what the new Green Deal is. It's the. I'm not opposed to Sumo. MC, you get what I'm saying, right? Using the situation to take control. They use what you as a human being would naturally. MC, you understand what I'm saying? They use what you as a human being would naturally not be opposed of to sucker you in to gain the control. They don't really give a fuck about the forest because they're the ones cutting the forest down. What the fuck you mean? The Rockefellers and Rothschilds fund the G12 summits and all this shit, and they're the ones that own all the industries cutting the forest down. But they put the mouthpieces up on the G20 summit to sit there and tell you about global warming and how we need to stop cutting forests down. But at the same time, they're paying motherfuckers to go cut all forests down. Do you understand what I'm saying, Sumo? Yes. We should all be opposed to human beings killing the planet and killing each other. Yes. But that's because they know you care about it. They know you care. That's what they're going to use. They're not going to be Hitler, bro. That's what I've been trying to tell you for years, bro. They're not going to be Hitler. They're not going to come to your door with guns, knock on the door like all these dumbass rednecks think it's going to be a civil war. They're going to come with guns with the troops, man. They're going to start putting people in concentration camps. No, they're not, bro. They're going to get you to sign your own death. Point blank, period. It's called the Hegelian dialect. I'm pretty sure that MC has definitely heard that term before. The Hegelian dialect, order out of chaos. It's not my mic. My mic is literally, at my mouth. My mic is literally 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 at my m called the Hegelian dialect, order out of chaos. It was developed by the Greeks. It's how they controlled the population. It was developed so long ago, and every country and government's pretty much run that same style ever since. Hegelian dialect starts with a H. Yes, yes, it's order out of chaos. Problem reaction solution. Yes. If you can control the situation, you can control the outcome and lead people and lead masses into the direction that you want, the agenda that you want, the trend that you want. If you can play especially on their emotions. And that's why what do you see happening right now in the streets? They're playing off people's emotions clearly to win an election. They don't give a fuck about black lives. If they did, they talk about slavery that's going on in Africa. Or the black kids getting murdered right now in their own streets by crazy drug laws and crazy fucking drug wars. Like if they really wanted to stop police brutality, why wouldn't they just stop the drug war? Nobody asked themselves that question. The same politicians sitting up there telling you to go loot and riot in the streets, why are they doing it? Because in the end, when it gets too bad, and it gets really, really bad, and police officers start getting shot, guess what gets to happen, MC? They get to run around and turn around and flip it on black people and go, those urban terrorists, we got to put the troops on the streets. You see how easy it is for it'd be easy. It's easy for them to take over if they wanted to. Easy. Because the people just play right into the hands. Too busy fighting each other. Not realizing black people, white people, Asian people, all people are getting fucked in the ass with no fucking Vaseline right now, as Ice Cube said. Ice Cube said it. No Vaseline, bro. Don't get fucked by Jews, bro, and they not real Jews though. They not real Jews. I forget the term they use. What's the term they use for the fake Jews? The Khazarian Jews. The Rothschilds, Rockefellers. They not real Jews. They just stole the land of Israel for their own purposes, for occultic. Well, I won't even use the word occultic because Sumo will give me his English dictionary and what the word really means. Apparently, you do. I don't know why it's doing this. No, there's something wrong with the fucking cord. Yeah, my wire is all the thing. My mouthpiece is all like twisted. I hate war. So glad we haven't started any in the last 4 years. Got news for you. It's going to change after the election. He stood up to the military-industrial complex and told them no. Bringing troops home and bringing troops home. Like thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands. Not just 1,000, like thousands and thousands. Yes, for not standing up to the military-industrial complex. Yes, yes. Okay, and before MC responds, keep in mind that when I talk about the military-industrial complex, I am talking about the very people who are not making billions of dollars right now, because if there's no missiles flying and no bullets being fired, guess what? They don't make money because they're not making any. Now he can answer. So, there you go. That's May I ask this question? Is it possible? Is it possible that that's the reason why all the vitriol and hate is being presented his way? Well, the evidence speaks for itself. He's brought thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of troops, and we are not engaged in any wars. He's actually tried to bring us home from Afghanistan. He literally asked the Pentagon chief, "Why are we still in Afghanistan?" And the guy was response was, because of the thing that happened." Like that literally happened. Like people forget about this, but it happened literally a couple weeks ago. Like the general was just dumbfounded that a president asked him, "Why are we still in Afghanistan and Iraq?" Because of the thing, you're gonna mean 9/11 that happened 25 years ago. Like the thing. Okay, that's how stupid our fucking generals are. God damn, they're all just fat on their fucking greed. But now the question that I have for MC: is it possible that because he's not down with that, that's where the propaganda, because that's what I call it, propaganda of the making the public hate this man, because that's really what's happened. If you didn't have the mass media, nobody would hate this man. I don't think he hates anybody. He doesn't hate anybody. I just like his character and his personality. But what I'm saying is, before he was loved in the media and everybody loved him, especially in the hip hop world, the rappers and all. When among the famous world, the media heads, are you kidding me? The interviewers, they loved getting him on CNN because he always would say, he was quoted so many times. That's why I knew he was a joke from the beginning, that he's not really, an independent, savior or some shit. He fucking called Hillary a great woman and said he would be a great president, for crying out loud. Come on now. Then, like 6 months later, he's like, I hate this woman. Put her in jail. Like, come on, it's a joke. Fuck out of here. Y'all were at each other's weddings. I'm pretty sure MC knows this. Their daughters are best friends. Ivanka and Chelsea are best friends. They've been best friends since children. Like MC knows this because he's older than you. And Sumo, you don't know this because you're young. We're older than you. We know that Trump has been in the media, been on TV, been beloved by the very people that say they hate him now. Yes, they love that personality in the media. It's called no, they love the entertainment of it. Yeah, now people like you and I would be like, yeah, we don't want to raise our fucking kids like that. We don't want our son to be like that. Yeah, of course, obviously. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about other people in the public. But nobody was going out in the streets and march. But the point that I'm trying to make, that if he had won, it would have been just like when Obama, people didn't like Obama when he won. People didn't like Bush when he won. Nobody went out in the streets and did all this stuff. What I'm saying is all of that is coming from the propaganda and the media, forcing people to think about Trump 24 hours a day. Like, are you fucking kidding me? You got a whole life to live. And people are literally focused on Trump so much. Like, they don't even realize you. I had a conversation with a 42-year-old black woman the other day, and she tried to explain to me that, well, listen, this black woman literally told me to my face that black people are not allowed to vote local. I said, what? Because she was black. What are you talking about? She was black. I'm having a face-to-face conversation. No, I'm just using it as we were having a conversation, and I told her, I said, the answer is really not voting for the president. The answer would be to vote, your local office, your senators, your congressmen. If you got people that's been in there 47 years and haven't done nothing, yes, we were having a discussion on how to bring change about, a real change. And I said, well, real change starts at voting for the senator, the congressman, because if you've got somebody that's been sitting there for 40 years and hasn't done anything, that's why nothing is happening. You have to have legislation being put forth, new laws passed. This is the only way to change anything, not just voting for a different president every time, because the president can't arbitrarily just make legislation, whether he's a good guy, bad guy, right? Yeah, no, I was at a protest. I'm not gonna get into details about the protest. Protest was actually pretty awesome though, but anyways, and she told me, no, this is the other day. Yes, there's a bunch of them happening all around me. So, well, I mean, what do you mean participating in what? You're just standing there watching people's. Well, I was there with the people in the middle of the fucking crowd having conversations with police officers. Yeah, I was definitely a part of it. I was having conversations with police officers. I was supporting the protest itself. Well, the main focus that I'm pretty sure everybody's on right now is police brutality, right? That has to end. These laws have to change. No knock laws have to end. You can't have a no knock law. That doesn't protect the civilian. That only protects the murderer. If a civilian goes into your house, you can shoot him and kill him. But now if he shoots you first and kills you, he goes to jail for murder. But a police officer should not be able to come into your home and you don't know it's him and you shoot him and you are the one that's the bad guy. And now he gets off, scot free. Wouldn't you agree with me, MC? Don't you think a no knock? I think that's so. Yes, the protest absolutely has substance, in my opinion. Absolutely has substance. Now, I will say not every one of these people getting shot is some of them have had knives out or been reaching for weapons. I get that, but some of these are examples of police brutality, for one, stereotyping by police. I won't even say that they're all racist, but you can't go to the country and have a bunch of country boys police a city, an inner city. They have no idea what that world is about. They have no idea who the people are in the neighborhood. Police. There's Breonna Taylor. Breonna Taylor's not the only one, and definitely not in the city of Louisville that has happened. I'm not blaming the police. I am blaming the law. The police are just the scapegoats. The police are scapegoats. It just so happens, it just so happens that when you're out there in the streets and you're peacefully protesting, that 500 cops show up with fucking goddamn sticks ready to beat your ass, okay? That's not the people's fault. If the politicians would come outside and have a conversation, maybe that would be a good thing. But no, they send fucking tanks and fucking people with rubber bullets out, bro. If you don't see this shit as a problem in America, then you're fucking smoking crack, bro. Why aren't the people who show up to 50 people show up to the courthouse and they're there peacefully. They're peacefully protesting with signs. They're just holding signs and singing a song. I have 0 bullets. MC, he lives in a different world, I guess. But like I said, 50 people show up to, do their peaceful protest, which is their constitutional right. If I have no bullets. MC, I could be wrong about this. I mean, maybe it's changed as I got older, but I'm pretty sure I read in the Constitution that you have the right to protest, right? So if 50 to 100 people or 200 people show up to protest, peacefully protest, they're not there with billy clubs, they're not there with guns, they're there with signs, and they're singing songs. What do you think? Wouldn't it be smarter for the politicians that are inside the courthouse to walk outside, and not show that they're afraid, and then come outside and have a conversation with whoever the leaders of the protest are? Because there's always demands in a protest, or there should be at least, or else it shouldn't even be a protest. In my mind, it's not a protest if it don't have no demands, right? What kind of reaction though are you expecting from people when instead of doing that, you send loads of fucking police officers in military gear with National Guard soldiers with dogs, with rubber bullets, snipers up on a roof? Like, what is that, MC? What would you where would you typically think that you would see that at? And thank you. That's what we're living at. Bro, don't give me that I'm not right about that, because this country was founded on protest, bro. The war became justified because the British shot our soldiers. He fell off a mountain. I watched it. He fell off a mountain. It was funny. I saw it. I saw that. But you're for the police showing up at the protest, though, Sumo. I don't understand that. That's not going to get that's going to get a knee-jerk reaction. Can't help you. We're dead. I didn't have no bullets. You did. Yeah. I died a long time ago. I didn't have no bullets. I ran in a whole team trying to catch up to y'all. I'm not saying the police. I'm saying that the people that are in charge, somebody has to make the order to shut the protest down. Well, the police are just doing their job, so of course they're right. No. In the very beginning, that's again. Hold on. In the very beginning, you gotta put that into context. You have to put that into context. I agree with you. Riots are not good. Looting is not good. But why? Because in the very beginning, the media on the left, I'm sorry to tell you this, but the media on the left, instead of denouncing and saying rioting and looting is bad, they have continuous and still to this day not only deny that it's happening, but then when they are pushed on it and are like, hey, what do you think about it? They say it's justified. They say, bro, they literally say it's not looting and rioting. Bro, y'all are laughing at these stupid dances. And I'm trying to tell y'all that if you've watched TV, you can clearly see them admitting on TV that they support the looting and the rioting. So if you would have had the politicians from both sides, I'm not saying the right did call it out. If the left would have just like the right been like, hey, listen, protest but don't loot and riot, that's bad. And instead of saying it's good because if you're mad at the white man, it's okay to go steal out of the businesses. That's what they're literally saying. Black Lives Matter has it in their charter. They're literally saying that in YouTube videos. And people like Nadler and Nancy Pelosi and all these motherfuckers, when they're asked about it, they say it's not looting and rioting. You're making it up. It's not happening. Antifa doesn't exist. It's conspiracy theory. Yet they're on video beating people. So what do you think that's doing, Sumo? It's ensuing people to keep coming out and doing it more because they're not being told. They're being basically told to come do it. They're being told to go do it. I agree with you, Sumo. I agree with you 100%. But you are not holding people accountable we are not holding our leaders accountable. No, you're not. You're excusing them. You're like, it's just the people's fault. It's just the people's fault. It ain't that maybe we should have shut it down at the very beginning and put law and order down at the very beginning. I'm saying that when the first looting and rioting started happening across the country, instead of when Donald Trump said, hey, we need to stop the looting and rioting, and he was called a racist and said, if you want to stop rioting, if you want to stop the looting, if you want to stop this, then you're a racist. Right? They've literally pushed that propaganda that if you're against Black Lives Matter, if you're against the looting and the rioting, you are for police, so you're for the police brutality. Because the mythology, bro, Black Lives Matter! It's the whole doctrine! The whole doctrine says if you are not tearing down the system, you are a part of the system. And the people like AOC, who is a senator, are saying the same thing on TV. Rachel Maddow is saying, so you don't, MC, you understand what I'm saying, right? That this, if it's being propagated out on the mainstream news as this is a good thing, all of the people that don't give a fuck, that are just there to riot and loot, are going to keep doing it. They're going to keep going out and doing it. Because they know this is an opportunity. It's an opportunity to be an anarchist. You're not going to get in trouble. Listen, Sumo, do you not know that people are not being prosecuted? People aren't even being prosecuted, right? Prime example, one of the people that in Seattle that got arrested for looting and burning down a business, the entire what's the group that supports black people, the ACLU or whatever, they started a GoFundMe to try to get the guy out of fucking jail. They say literally on TV now, on CNN, on MSNBC, this is not conspiracy theory, people. They literally are saying that if you are not for the burning down of the cities, that makes you a part of the racist white supremacist system. The entire premise that is being built, we can agree that they're morons. That's not the issue. The issue is the majority of the nation is going along with it. That's the issue. If you don't see how scary this is. Sumo, if our leadership had any backbone, those people wouldn't be out in the streets because the cops would be arresting them. The cops are being told not to arrest them. The cops in Seattle were told not to arrest the people. Yes, of course. Of course you're... Oh my God, I'm done. I'm leaving this fucking party. You're so fucking dumb, bro. Of course you put blame on the people. But who's more to blame? The people that tell the police officers that if you see a motherfucker burning some shit down, don't stop him and arrest him? Or the dumbasses that go, man, I'm not going to get in trouble for doing shit that is fucking cool, like burning shit down and stealing. Most of these people that are doing it can't afford the shit they're stealing. So that's why they're fucking doing it. You know, most of the looting and robbing is coming in grocery stores and clothing stores. Not laptops and TVs and cars and shit. Fuck, they're burning the car lots down. Fuck are you talking about, bro? If our fucking law enforcement was allowed to do their job in the very beginning, when the president stood up and said, I condemn Antifa, I condemn, even said it again a week ago, even passed the bill stating that Antifa and the KKK, anybody that's racist is a terrorist organization. It ain't good enough for these people because it's not about being good, Sumo. It's about tearing down the fabric of America. They want you to believe that America is inherently at the very core racist, run by racists. Therefore, it must be torn down and rebuilt. That is a Karl Marx Marxist philosophy. That is so communist, bro. Oh my God, bro. It's right in front of y'all face. This is what pisses me off and frustrates me so much. It's right in front of y'all face. And you're too busy. What about the people? What about... Meanwhile, the entire fucking political system we have in power is leading us to the Soviet Union. And all you care about is whether the people are good people or bad people. Get the fuck out of here. You call yourself a scientist. And a seeker for truth. I'm seeking truth. Fuck out of here with that shit. Literally watching the rise of communism in this country. And honestly, I don't see how MC is not fucking scared for his mind because his family comes from Cuba. This is just really breaks my heart. My two best friends, too. Break my damn heart. What, Smokey? And it's funny they get on TV and go, it's Trump's fault that all the riots are happening. Because he's a racist. They're the fucking racists. You even know what race critical theory that they're teaching in education is? Have you ever heard of this? Have you heard of? Did you know that they're teaching this now? It's called racial sensitivity training, but it's not actual racial sensitivity. It's actually sitting white people down and teaching them that they are racist just because they are white, that they were born bad, and they want to teach this in the universities. They want to teach this in the schools, and y'all don't see that as a bad problem. Y'all just crazy, bro. Because this shit is happening right in front of your faces. 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 Yes, you did. You're concerned with the people, not concerned with the leaders actually encouraging it. Because they want the anarchy. They want the anarchy. They want the country to be burned the fuck down so they can take power and create the new civilization they want to create, the new communist society. They've been dreaming this moment for the last 100 years, and they're so close to it, and they're gonna get it. They're about to punch it through. The crazy is MC 10 years from now gonna be like, I want to move back to Cuba. Real shit. You go read the Green Deal. Has anybody heard of the Green Deal? It's actually only 5 pages. It's only 5 pages, by the way. You can actually read it. It's one piece of legislation you can actually read because it's only 5 pages. I challenge everybody on this planet. Once you read it, you'll understand what it is. You want government control of every single thing? Air travel, how much food you can have in your house, how much water consumption you can have, how much. Do you understand where this can lead? Do you understand where that can go? Do you really? Yes, I'm absolutely opposed to the Green Deal. I've read it, and every person on this planet that would read it, yes, and so because he's for it, that makes you for it because you haven't read it. Now, I guarantee you that the biggest socialist on the planet would read that thing and still not want it. It's about a whole lot of government control. Yes, it's taking control of all resources. All resources. They actually literally have the language in there where they can come into your home and take resources from you if they need them. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Like that won't be abused. Like these draconian laws won't be abused. Oh, they're for now. They're for now. For now, they'll be good until that evil motherfucker like Hitler gets in power. And who knows? That motherfucker probably is the one writing the laws to fool your ass. Yeah, it's great because it's for global climate control. It sounds great, so I gotta be for it. Gotta be for it because it's about the planet. If I'm against it, that means I hate Earth. I don't want to hate Earth. You understand how stupid people are? Oh my God, that they're fooled by this. Are you serious? They're fooled by this. I have to believe in a policy just because it says the name of it sounds like it's for the Earth, even though if I read it, it's not. It has nothing to do with saving the planet. It's all about killing humans and controlling humans. Maybe not actually literally killing, but that's what's going to happen. Have every country living like a third world country. That's wait. A doctor should make the same amount as a person working at McDonald's. Man, that sounds great. That sounds real great, Sumo, don't it? No matter how much hard work you put in, you got the same size house and the same size everything as the motherfucker that did absolutely no work and flipped burgers all day. And you went to be a scientist. Yeah, that sounds real great, Sumo. That's a great economy, ain't it? Well, that's what they're trying to pass, buddy. And you sound like you're for it to me. Yes. It's called cultural Marxism. It's a different form of socialism. It's been around since the 1920s. Study the underground weathermen. They've been taking control of this government for a long time, bro. long time, bro. They've been secretly getting people in positions of power and writing legislation, getting legislation passed, regulations passed, and certain things to. Why do you think there's no more small businesses in this country? They got regulated out of existence. Now you got Walmart everywhere and Target everywhere and corporatization. You know they used to do this in banana republics? That's exactly how America's been run for the last 80 years, like a banana republic. And MC, tell me I'm not lying. Tell me I'm not lying that America ain't a banana republic. Yes. We're run by corporatism. That's what a banana republic was. Corporatization's running the show. Really, it's the Fortune 500. Okay, are you all aware of how legislation is really written? You know it's not the you. Do you know that? Hold on, I'm asking a serious question. Why would it be against something that oppressed its own people? That's a kind of a dumb question. socialism has to happen on a small scale, obviously. But yeah, no, large corporation, big government is bad. But you can have small forms of socialism when it comes to like having a safety net for people that need to retire, people that need a retirement fund or social security and welfare. Those are social. Those are social Bro, there's people that can't fucking walk in this planet, bro. They come on now, dude. Still being fucking having no empathy. Of course, I'm with you on the lazy people getting freebies. I'm definitely with you on that. But there has to be some sort of social network. I I would honestly say the only answer to not having a socialistic government would be people not being selfish, but you're never gonna get that. Right, so you're not gonna, we have to have that because ain't nobody gonna be like, yeah, I'm donating $20 out of my every paycheck for the people that are disabled. Like, ain't nobody doing it. I'm not saying it's not, Sumo. What I'm saying is you have to have socialism in terms of social. I'm waiting to die. I'm waiting to die. Nobody has seen me yet. I haven't found anything. I'm not even really taking this serious. Yeah, I'm gonna die with this fucking sub. Yeah, okay, there's 15 people. Oh, but there has to be some sort of wealth. There has to be. Unless you had, like I said, the Catholic charities ain't big enough. There ain't enough donations. So you're probably against free turkeys then, huh? Do you understand how you can use language, right? You understand that you can use language, right? In any way, right? In any way, right? You understand that people are emotional and sensitive when it comes to certain subjects. So if you were a power that wanted global power of every natural resource, of everything, every corporation, everything monopolized, what is the easiest way to? Yes, it's admitted. Yes. Why are they cutting down the forests at the same time? I just said that like 30 minutes ago. Why are the same people funding this? Okay, why are the same people that are funding this? Yeah, of course he's aware of this. He knows who the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds are. Okay. That doesn't mean that every single person involved is, Sumo. So don't try to generalize and make it look like every single person, every single time. No. It's compartmentalized. It's compartmentalized. Yes. Because they wrote that in their own journals, in their own books. Thank you very much. Yes. Learn who, do you know, okay, who started it, right? Okay, so you need to follow who starts the movement, right? You say, okay, well, who are these people? Okay, Henry Kissinger, George Soros. Listen. Bro, you want global government, you can't just, what are you going to just do what Hitler did? You're going to get a bad reaction doing that, buddy. Sumo. Yeah, because you're a good person. No fucking kidding. It sounds weird to me, too. Child pedophilia seems weird to me, but it exists, okay? Just because we wouldn't do it doesn't mean that they wouldn't do it. That's a stupid. That's how they've gotten away with this for so many years, because that's the thing that people do. They go, well, man, I wouldn't do it because you're not in a position of power. Because Bernie Sanders could be compartmentalized. Bernie Sanders is actually a good guy. He's for the Second Amendment. He's actually not a socialist and a communist. That's why he won't get the ticket. He could be a dumbass and have signed on to it because he's a part of the party. He's a part of the Democratic Party also. They all have to say even if they don't like it, they all have to go, yeah, I support the Green New Deal. Joe Biden spent the whole debate doing that. What are you talking about? That's what they do. That's what a politician's job is to do. Is to make you think they agree with it. Yeah, I agree with it. They're the most, yes, they all are. They're all about the party. Have you not noticed that? Why you think we ain't had a COVID relief bill passed in the last 6 months? Have you not literally watched the news over the last 6 months and watched that we don't have a COVID relief bill passed just because of politics? Just because of politics, bro. He's not in favor of the lying. He's just misinformed. Did you not just hear what I say? Bernie Sanders could be compartmentalized. Bernie Sanders might think it's a good thing. He might not even have read the goddamn legislation. He might not even have read the bill. Most of them don't even read the bills. They all, Sumo, you're so crazy, bro. Like, you're supposed to be smarter than this. Yes, because you're supposed to be smarter than this. You are always of the assumption that the people that are in power are good guys. It's so amazing. I wish that I had that. Man, what it would be to be young again. Listen, okay, I'm gonna explain to you how legislation is written. Okay, let me just say this before MC answers. So Mitch McConnell goes to a meeting and he says, I need a bill passed about XYZ. The Fortune 500 company representative sitting across from him at the table says, hey, Mr. McConnell or Mrs. Pelosi, instead of you and your team, taking all these hours and all this time to write it, why don't you allow our group of lawyers and our people in our business to, we'll write it for you and give it to you. And then you wind up with a 2,000-page bill that not a single senator or congressman has read, passes the bill, and then later they find out, what are all these loopholes about how these Fortune 500 companies are getting paying less in taxes and all this stuff? Oh, we didn't read the bill. It's in the bill. Oh, shit. That's how it happens. Okay, they're all fucking NASCARs, bro. You see NASCARs, how they drive around, and they got all the sponsors on them? That's a politician. And Americans used to know this, because this is what we were fundamentally taught as children growing up in this country not even 50 years ago. They used to go after them. They used to call them trust busters. In this country, we used to be so informed, but we are not informed. Sumo, not every single human being on the planet is bad. You've got a good senator and a good congressman here or there. I'm talking about D.C., motherfucker. I'm talking about D.C., D.C., bro, the county in America that's the richest county in America. One of the richest in the world, and they don't manufacture or produce anything. How are they the most wealthy? Explain that. How does a person start off making $70,000 a year as a senator and they end up in 4 years making $300 million? Do the fucking math, bro. You gotta be smarter than that. What reason was it that China gave Hunter Biden $1.6 billion? Why? Okay, why give this man the money? For what? What was the purpose? Because China's getting something in the deal. They're buying the vice presidency of the United States. Or Russia, because Russia does it too. Or any other, or Saudi Arabia with the fucking oil deal that they have us by the balls by the way. Saudi Arabia, you think we go kiss that motherfucking terrorist fucking hand every fucking year? He cuts his own people's heads off in soccer stadiums, and we go over there and kiss his fucking hand. And we're the freest country on the planet. We go over there and kiss a motherfucker's hand who literally puts women in a fucking soccer stadium for driving a car and cussed our head off. It happened 2 weeks ago. Okay, why? Because we have petrol oil. My brother just came in here, is laughing. You know what I'm talking about? Petrodollar. You ever heard of that, Sumo? Petrodollar? They have us by the balls. Okay, our politicians have no kahunas because they'll have none. They've been in there 47, 50 years, all of them. They're all dinosaurs. Look at them all. And they're all bought and paid for. That's why I tell people the answer to saving this country is to not give a fuck about the presidency. It is to go vote for the midterm elections. Get every single one of them out of there, even the ones that you think might be good. It is time to restart and get everything in there that we can that is only fundamentally sound on America, American citizens, and being that beacon of hope of freedom for the world that we're supposed to be. Having an informed people that is productive in society and building and traveling to the stars. We went to the moon 40 years ago. We went to the moon 40 years ago. We ain't been back since, bro. We are going about shit the wrong way, and it's only because our people are not informed. We're too busy distracted being told to hate each other, being told that because we have different opinions that we're bad. Who cares if somebody's a Republican or they're a Democrat? What is their heart? What is their character? Now it's, if you're not a Democrat, you're a racist. You're evil. You're bad. And if you're black, you're definitely bad if you're a Republican. Sumo, what kind of civilization do you think is going to last very long living like this? Seriously. Be smart for once. Right. So how is it beyond your comprehension of belief that these people like Al Gore and George Soros, who are the ones that George Soros started this, and Al Gore, they started this shit in the 90s, bro. Now have good people over the years latched on to the global movement and been like, yeah, we should care about the planet? Yes, but the overall underlying is they're being used. Because the people at the very top have an agenda. The agenda is global government. I need to roll a goddamn blunt. Jesus Christ. You're right, I need to run for fucking president, bro. I saved this fucking country in one day. I'm auditing the Federal Reserve. Well, you gotta have history on Bernie before you ask him this question, bro. You know Bernie is really a moderate. He's not really a socialist. He's a moderate. He's for most things the left hates today. Okay? And when he said that he supported the Green Deal, I think he was really just trying to get the fucking nominee. I don't even know if he really supports it. But I know he's definitely for Second Amendment rights. He's definitely for freedom of speech. And that's why he didn't get the ticket, because he's not as far radical left. Just because a person's being fooled doesn't make them a bad person, Jamal. Yeah. I think a lot of people, I don't think he's doing it intentionally. I actually think Bernie Sanders, I've seen him on the Joe Rogan podcast. So, when I saw him on the Joe Rogan podcast, I said, okay, he's a real human being, which is why he's not getting the delegation. I knew, and even Joe Rogan said it. He's like, that guy will never win. They'll never let him win. Because he's a real individual. And he is against war. That's why Tulsi Gabbard didn't win. I don't know if you know who she is, but she was the best candidate of anybody by far. I would have voted for her, and I ain't never voted in my life. She was. MC, you know who Tulsi Gabbard is, right? And so, right, MC, you would agree with me that just because, let's say, Bernie Sanders can, on one hand, yes, I support ending global warming. And at the same time not know, because it's compartmentalized, broken down in so many fucking levels, that the people at the very top are really doing this just for their own personal gain. Like, it's entirely plausible. Most people fooled and voted Trump in office, right? Did they not? Did not everybody vote for Trump? Or not everybody, but I mean enough people for him to be elected? Why did those people vote? Because they thought because he won the point that I'm trying to make, MC, okay, before you try to be literal, is that those people voted for Trump. Hold up, can I finish? Those people voted for Trump on the sole purpose they thought, because, okay, this man is a businessman, he's an economist, which guarantees that he's not going to go in and fuck up the economy. He's going to want a strong economy. But that doesn't mean he cares about the citizens. He's only doing so because, well, duh, he's a businessman. He's smart enough to know that if America fails, he fails. If can't nobody afford his hotels, Trump don't make no money, right? Right, Sumo? So people get fooled into thinking that Trump cares about them and he cares about the farmer in Massachusetts or Wisconsin because he's like, yeah, I'm going to make America the strongest economy, which he has. I'll give him that. I'll give the man his props. The economy, he did his fucking thing. But he didn't do it for me. He didn't do it for Sumo. He didn't do it for MC. He did it so that we can go fucking buy his products. So we can help his fucking brand get bigger and his name becomes royalty. You understand what I'm saying, Sumo? So people can be fooled. It can happen. That doesn't make people bad. And I don't see MC having to not support Bernie Sanders just because Bernie Sanders might not know everything. You know, there's a reason why Bernie Sanders didn't get the ticket, bro. He's not part of the. He's not part of the. He tried. He tried to sell himself out a little bit, and it still didn't work. You know, because in the end, he's not. He's not the mainstream guy. He's not. It's not AOC. You know what I'm saying? He's not. He's not far radical. Like that's probably why MC likes him, because he's not a socialist compared to the rest of the left, right, MC? He's a moderate. Yep, he's right down the middle. He's a centrist. Yes, he's a central. I would vote for the man. I think people just call him a socialist because of his support for the Green Deal. That's when he started getting the hate. Yes, well, he did take a big hit.